Sweetheart, take a deep breath right now. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly, gently. Let your shoulders drop. Let your body soften. This is a safe space. You are safe here. There is no judgment. There is only love, only warmth, only understanding. Right now, in this moment, you are enough. You don't need to be anything more than what you are. Just breathe and allow yourself to be held by the gentle truth. You are doing the best you can with the wisdom and the tools you have today. And that is more than enough. So many hearts are carrying pain they never speak of, the kind of pain that doesn't always show on the outside, the pain of regret, the pain of guilt, the pain of looking back and wishing things had been different. We carry these feelings like heavy bags on our backs, bags filled with old memories, harsh words, missed chances, and worst of all, we often think we deserve this weight. We believe we need to carry it forever as punishment for what we didn't know, what we didn't say, what we didn't do just right. But that is not true. That is not the truth of your being. You are not here to suffer endlessly over the past. You are here to heal. You are here to grow, and healing begins the moment you stop blaming yourself, the moment you whisper, "I've done enough," the moment you realize that you deserve peace, not because you've earned it, but because it is your birthright. Healing does not ask you to be perfect. Healing simply asks you to be willing to stop the cycle of self-punishment, willing to let love in, willing to tell yourself a new story, one of hope, of growth, of forgiveness. Many of us were taught early in life to be hard on ourselves. Maybe we were told that love had to be earned. Maybe we were shown that making a mistake meant we were bad, and so we learned to look at ourselves with a harsh eye. We learned to see our worth through the lens of performance. But this is a misunderstanding. You are not here to earn love. You are love. Your very existence is proof of that. And yet, when the mind becomes filled with self-blame, it becomes like a fog. This fog keeps us from seeing the truth. We replay the same stories. I should have done more. I always mess things up. It's all my fault. These are not just thoughts. They become the way we feel in our bodies, the way our shoulders slump, the way our stomach tightens, the way we stop meeting our own eyes in the mirror. This is the silent weight of self-blame. It is a weight that grows heavier with time. We don't always notice how much it is affecting us. It may show up as tiredness that won't go away, or a feeling of being stuck, like life is happening to someone else. It can even show up as aches and pains in the body, because the body listens to the thoughts we think. The body is always listening. And when it hears blame and criticism over and over again, it begins to carry that burden in its own way. The good news, my dear, is that the moment you choose to release that blame, everything begins to shift. You don't have to carry this anymore. You have permission to put it down. You have the power to create a new experience. Yes, right now, not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. You can close your eyes and say softly, I choose to let go of blaming myself. I am learning, I am growing, I am healing. These are not just words, they are seeds. Seeds that, when watered with kindness, will grow into peace. You see, deep within all of us is a voice, a quiet, constant voice that speaks when we are still. This voice is sometimes called the inner critic. It's that voice that says, you should have known better, or why did you do that again? It often sounds like our own voice, but it's not. It's a voice that was learned, picked up from early life, picked up from things we saw, heard, or experienced in the world around us. And because we heard it so often, we began to believe it. We thought that voice was ours. But you are not that voice. That voice is just a thought you have practiced for a long time. And just like any habit, it can be unlearned. You are the observer of the thought, not the thought itself. You are the loving awareness that can say, no, thank you, when the inner critic begins its old story. Think of your mind as a garden. If you've been planting the seeds of blame, guilt, and self-criticism for years, then those are the weeds that have grown. But weeds can be pulled, soil can be cleared, and new seeds can be planted. Seeds of compassion, of acceptance, of gentle encouragement. You don't yell at a plant for not growing faster. You water it, you give it sunlight, you whisper kind words to it, and slowly it blooms. Your heart is no different. When we choose to be kind to ourselves, even when we stumble, even when we fall, we begin to change the relationship we have with life. We stop fighting ourselves. And when we stop fighting ourselves, life begins to flow more freely. We start to feel more at ease, more open, more alive. You do not have to keep that inner critic around. You don't have to listen to the voice that tells you you're not enough. You are enough. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. And you don't have to prove that to anyone, not even yourself. You are already worthy simply because you exist. Now let's go even deeper, because inside all of us is a part that has been longing for love, a tender, quiet part that often hides behind the walls of I'm fine. This part of us is the inner child, and though we are grown on the outside, this younger part of us still lives within. It is the part that was once blamed for things that were never its fault, the part that tried so hard to be good, the part that didn't have the tools or the voice to say, I need help. This part of you does not need to be fixed. It needs to be loved. It needs to be seen. It needs to be heard. And the beautiful thing is, you are the one who can do that. You are the one you've been waiting for. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine that tender part of you sitting quietly nearby, perhaps a small child, perhaps just a feeling. Can you offer it your presence, not your judgment, not your blame, just your presence? Can you gently say, you are safe with me now. I am here. I will take care of you. This is not about rehashing the past. It's about creating a safe space within yourself today. When you choose to stop blaming, you open a door to healing, a door to self-trust, a door to inner peace. And though it may feel unfamiliar at first, it is the most natural thing in the world, because love is your natural state. You were born knowing how to love. You were born deserving of love, and that love still lives inside you. There is no mistake too great for healing, no memory too painful for transformation. When you bring compassion to the parts of you that hurt, you begin to feel whole again, and wholeness is not about being perfect. It's about embracing all parts of you with gentleness. So today, let this be your quiet turning point. Not a grand gesture, not a dramatic change, just a soft decision deep in your heart, a decision to stop blaming yourself, a decision to treat yourself with the care and kindness you've always deserved. a decision to say, I am willing to begin again with love. And that, my dear, is where healing truly begins. Sweetheart, healing does not require you to have everything figured out. It simply asks for a little willingness, a willingness to begin again, even if you feel unsure, a willingness to offer yourself love, even if you feel unworthy, a willingness to believe that maybe, just maybe, you don't have to carry this pain any longer. The moment you say, I am open to healing, the universe wraps its arms around you and whispers, yes, my beloved, yes. There comes a soft, quiet turning point in every journey where the old patterns no longer feel comforting, where blame, guilt, and shame no longer feel like safety blankets, but like chains. And in that tender moment, there is a choice that says, I don't have to keep hurting myself in order to grow. You begin to understand that self-blame never brought peace. It never brought growth. It only kept you stuck in a loop of pain. Healing begins the moment you say, I choose something different. Blaming ourselves can feel like control, like if we punish ourselves enough, we'll never make that mistake again. But my love, punishment doesn't create transformation. Love does. Understanding does. Compassion does. When you say, I forgive myself, it's not letting go of responsibility. It's choosing to rise from it, choosing to learn and live with more gentleness. There is nothing weak about letting go of blame. In fact, it is one of the bravest choices you can make. It means you are no longer willing to harm yourself with old thoughts. It means you are ready to stand in the truth of who you are, not who you were when you didn't know better. And if you are ready, even just a little, I invite you to place your hand over your heart and say gently, I am willing to stop blaming myself. I am ready to begin again with a These words carry power. They begin to soften the hardened parts of your heart. They begin to shift your inner landscape. They don't erase the past, but they bring light into it. They help you see yourself not as someone broken, but as someone becoming whole. You are not your worst moment. You are not the voice of your inner critic. You are the presence behind it all, the one who chooses to love anyway. Now, my dear, let us speak of thoughts, for thoughts are the seeds from which all healing grows. If your inner landscape has been filled with thoughts of blame and judgment, it may feel strange at first to speak words of kindness. It may feel false or awkward, but that's only because it's new. And everything new feels unfamiliar until it becomes familiar. You can begin to choose new thoughts, one breath at a time. Thoughts like, I am kind to myself. I forgive myself completely. I am doing the best I can. These are not decorations. These are declarations. They tell the universe, you're ready to co-create a different reality. And the more you repeat them, the more your mind begins to believe them. Not because they are wishful thinking, but because they are true. You can speak these thoughts in the mirror each morning. You can write them in a little journal by your bed. You can whisper them before sleep. And each time you do, they sink a little deeper. They become like roots in the soil of your mind, slowly growing into a new experience of life. When you notice an old thought of blame rise up, perhaps one that says, why did I do that? Or, I'll never be good enough. You don't have to fight it. Fighting creates tension. Instead, you can simply notice it like a cloud passing through the sky and gently say, "That's an old thought. I am choosing a new one now." And then offer yourself a loving affirmation, something soft and kind, like, "I am learning to love myself more each day." Healing through new thoughts does not mean you'll never think the old ones again. It simply means you now have the power to choose which ones you nourish. You become the loving gardener of your mind. And in this garden, only the thoughts that serve your peace will be watered. You may try writing a little note to yourself, a note of encouragement, something like, "Dear soul, I see how hard you've tried. I see how deeply you care, and I want you to know you are loved, you are enough, and you are worthy of all the kindness you so freely give to others." Place this note somewhere visible. Let it be a reminder that your new thoughts are not just an exercise. They are a new relationship with yourself. The more you practice thinking kindly, the more naturally it flows. And the more it flows, the more your body begins to relax. Your heart begins to soften. Your life begins to change. And now, let us gently turn to the beautiful connection between your mind and your body. Your body has been listening to your thoughts for many years. It has heard every unkind word you've spoken to yourself. Every harsh judgment, every whispered, "I'm not good enough." And it has tried in its own way to carry that weight for you. When we carry blame, we often feel it in the body, in the tight shoulders, the clenched jaw, the fatigue that never seems to go away. This is not because your body is broken. It's because your body is loyal. It carries what your mind cannot. But you do not have to live this way. You can begin to speak to your body with love, and it will respond. Try this now. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Breathe slowly, in and out. Speak softly to your body as you would to a dear friend. Say, "Thank you for all you carry. I am learning to treat you with kindness. I am ready to feel peace within you." When we release blame from the mind, we release tension from the body. We open the space for healing energy to flow. Sometimes healing looks like deep rest. Sometimes it looks like tears. Sometimes it looks like a walk in nature, or a warm cup of tea, or simply laying your hand over your heart and saying, "I am safe now." Your body doesn't need to be perfect to be loved. It only needs your presence, your tenderness, your willingness to listen. When your body feels safe, your mind begins to quiet. And when your mind feels loved, your body begins to heal. You can even write love letters to your body. Try this. "Dear body, I'm sorry I blamed you for so long. I blamed you for the pain I felt, for the things I didn't understand. But now I see how hard you have worked to keep me going. I love you. I appreciate you. And I promise to take better care of you." This kind of communication creates a new relationship between your inner world and your physical form. It brings you back into wholeness. It reminds you that you are not just a mind thinking thoughts or a body walking through life. You are a divine being, whole and holy, deserving of care, deserving of love. As you begin to soften your thoughts and release the old blame, your body sighs in relief. Your heart beats a little more freely, your breath deepens, and you begin to feel what you were always meant to feel: peace. Let this peace wash over you now, like a soft golden light wrapping you in its warmth. You are not alone in this healing. You are supported, you are guided, and you are deeply loved, just as you are. Sweetheart, I want to remind you of something so simple, yet so powerful. It's okay not to be perfect. You were never meant to be perfect. You were meant to be real, to be human, to be learning and growing. Every step you've taken, even the ones you judged as wrong, were part of your becoming. There is such beauty in imperfection. There is such wisdom in the messy, unfolding journey of your life. Perfectionism is often born from fear, the fear of not being enough, the fear of being judged, the fear of being unloved. But the truth is, you are already enough. You don't need to be flawless to be lovable. You don't need to do everything right to be deserving of grace. Let yourself breathe into the truth that you are a work of art in progress, and that progress is a part of the beauty. When we carry the need to be perfect, we are often hard on ourselves. We overthink, we criticize, we hold ourselves to impossible standards, and when we fall short, we return to the old pattern of blame. This is not loving. This is not gentle. This is not necessary. What is necessary is kindness. What is necessary is to speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love deeply. You can begin to release the need for perfection by saying, I am allowed to be exactly who I am. This simple sentence can set you free. It can soften your inner world. It can open the door to a life filled with compassion, not comparison. You are not here to live someone else's version of success. You are here to be true to your own path, your own rhythm, your own inner guidance. If you've ever felt like you had to be someone else to be accepted, I want you to know you don't. You are enough, exactly as you are. When you allow yourself to show up with all your strengths and all your softness, you give others permission to do the same. You become a light. You become a mirror of authenticity, and that is one of the most healing gifts you can offer the world. When a mistake happens, it's not a failure. It's an opportunity to learn. And when you learn, you grow. And when you grow, you shine. So let go of the old need to be perfect. You don't need it anymore. Let yourself be human. Let yourself be loved. Now, let us talk about the small, beautiful things you can do each day to deepen your healing. Healing doesn't always happen in big, dramatic ways. Often it's found in the quiet rituals, the little choices that say, I matter. Each day is a new opportunity to offer yourself care, not because you've earned it, but because it's your right. One of the simplest yet most powerful practices is morning gratitude. When you open your eyes in the morning, before reaching for your phone or jumping into your to-do list, pause. Place a hand over your heart and whisper 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big. Even the soft light through the window, the comfort of your blanket, the breath in your lungs, these are miracles. These are signs that life is supporting you. Gratitude is like sunshine for the soul. It melts the coldness of self-blame and warms the heart with love. The more you practice it, the more your perspective changes. You begin to see not just what's wrong, but all that's right. And what you focus on expands. Another beautiful practice is mirror work. It may feel strange at first, but it is deeply transformative. Each day, stand in front of the mirror, look into your own eyes, and say, I love you. I really, really love you. If it brings up tears, that's okay. That's healing. If it feels hard, that's okay too. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. And soon your reflection becomes a place of peace, not judgment. Journaling is also a gentle way to connect with your inner self. Write freely, without censoring. Let your thoughts spill onto the page. Let your heart speak. You can write about what you're learning, what you're feeling, what you're releasing. This is your sacred space. It doesn't have to be neat or perfect. It just has to be true. Throughout your day, take mindful pauses. Put your hand on your heart. Take 3 slow breaths. Whisper, I am doing the best I can. These little moments add up. They begin to create a life that feels nourishing, not punishing. A life that feels kind, not rushed. You are building a new relationship with yourself, one based on love, one built on respect, and every time you choose a small act of self-kindness, you are rewriting the story of your life. So as we come to this gentle close, I want to speak to the deepest part of your being, the part that knows the truth. You are not broken, you never were. You are whole. You are worthy, you are loved, you are not defined by your past, by your mistakes, or by the blame you once carried. You are defined by the love you are now willing to give yourself. Every time you choose love over blame, every time you speak to yourself with kindness instead of criticism, you create a new future, a future filled with peace, a future that honors the beautiful being that you are. Let yourself take one small step today, one act of kindness toward yourself, one gentle breath, one soft word, one smile in the mirror. These small steps matter. They are the path. They are the healing. And if ever you feel unsure, come back to this moment. Come back to this truth. You are safe now. You are allowed to begin again. You are allowed to be free. So breathe, my love. Breathe in peace. Breathe out blame. Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Let yourself be embraced by the energy of healing that is always here, always waiting, always loving. And if you'd like to say one last affirmation with me, let it be this. I lovingly release the past. I forgive myself. I am free to move forward in peace. Yes, you are. And you always have been.